We're at Penn Skates again. I'm back here. A little deja vu for me. Screw you, Bill Hood, still. Okay, yeah, so we're here at the St. Valentine's Day Massacre. I'm really excited for this because all these women look like they could kill me. And we're just gonna have a good time. Go!
Well, some girls are built for kissing, some girls are built for love, and some kind of girls like diamonds and pearls and all that fancy stuff. But some girls are built for speed, and some girls, they like to fight. There ain't nothing so sweet as a girl on skates whooping other girls' asses all night. She's the hottest little deal on wheels, burning like a babe out of hell. Jamming and a blocking and a little skull knocking, it's enough to make a grown man yell. Go, go, roller girl, look at that girl roll. Roller derby saved my soul. She got muscles in all the right places. She got tattoos, attitude, and sex. And I'll be damned to hell if that skinny little girl couldn't roll up and whoop my ass. Well, some men, they like 'em quiet. Some men like 'em shy. But give me a girl with some bruises on her butt and that killer look in her eye. She's the hottest little deal on 8 wheels, burning like a babe out of hell. Jamming and a blocking and a little skull knocking, it's enough to make a grown man yell. Go, go, roller girl, look at that girl roll. Roller derby saved my soul.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to Crazy Talk. So now I have Sean and Madeline here to talk about everything derby, I guess. So we just saw the package that we did on the St. Valentine's Day Massacre. Let's talk about that. How did that come to be? I know it was like your 5th one, something like that.
Well, we're going into our 5th season right now,
Okay.
and the St. Valentine's Day Massacre is something we always do every year. Valentine's Day is when we always have our season opener, and they're usually our most popular bout of the whole year.
Not for the weather.
Yeah, the weather yesterday was pretty tough. But okay, so when I was filming it, hopefully we did a good job. I didn't know what I was looking for. Can you explain what is actually happening other than hitting each other?
Roller derby is a very fast-paced sport, and so it can be very difficult to keep up with, especially if you don't know what's going on. But essentially, the important thing is to know is the jammers are the point scorers, and they are designated with the star on their helmet.
Okay.
Exactly. So they have to make their way through the pack of skaters, both their team and the opposing team first, and then whoever can do that first becomes the lead jammer. Once the jammer makes another lap around the track, and each opposing blocker or team member that they pass, they score a point, right? So the trailing jammer can still do this, but the lead jammer has the ability to call off the jam.
Okay.
And so they can do this strategically by making sure that the opposing jammer doesn't score any points.
Okay,
So.
cool. What was your position the entire time?
Normally I play both positions. I both block and jam, but yesterday I jammed pretty much the entire bout, so I was out there scoring some points.
Okay.
Go Punishers.
Now I know there's another girl with another thing on her helmet but doesn't have stars on it. Does that mean something?
Yeah.
What's that?
That's the pivot. They have the stripe down the middle, and mostly their job is to just be a blocker, but also a blocker who's mainly responsible for keeping an eye on all the action, communicating with the team. And their special ability, is to be able to, if as a jammer I get tired or I'm getting hit too much or I just can't get through the pack, I can take off my star, give it to her, and she can take it out and be a replacement jammer pretty much.
Does it have to be on the helmet?
Yeah,
And
she puts it on and now she's jammer, but
Has anyone ever dropped it? That must be really
Yeah,
awkward.
there's actually there's a lot of rules,
Yeah.
and like as far as legal star passes. Like for
Okay.
example, like only certain only the jammer can pick
Okay.
up the painting.
You can't like ball it up and just like
Yeah,
throw
exactly. You can't like slingshot it over to the jammer like I
it like
got
over
it.
all the refs and everybody. Is
Yeah.
like,
No,
that'd
you
be funny.
can't do that.
Why?
'Cause it's
just a
it's
rule?
illegal.
Okay, so you're a ref, you're a skater. How did you guys get there? Because this is a pretty obscure sport, honestly. You know?
Well, the way I got into it was I'd first seen roller derby when I was living in Washington State, and I really liked it. So I saw a bunch of other leagues play in that area. I came back here for school, and then again did the same thing. I wanted to see a bunch of leagues play. When I came here, it was the first time there was a league close enough to me where I could actually volunteer and stuff. So I started doing a non-skating official position like scorekeeping and stuff. And then I was approached and they were like, you know, we're gonna do a new like fresh meat class. Like people were coming in.
I like how it's called fresh meat.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's so fun.
So they were like, would you want to referee? And I was like, well, let me think about it. And then I was like, you know, this is really fun.
Yeah.
I'd love to learn how to skate and become a referee. So I started skating in like September of 2013. Actually, the same time as
Oh yeah,
Madeline.
we were in the same class.
Yeah, we were in the same fresh meet class
I
together.
like how they group like refs and players together just to
Well,
learn.
we split off
I couldn't
halfway
skate.
through, but
You could skate.
yeah.
Nobody can skate.
But yeah, I've been reffing since like April of 2014. And I
Okay.
really enjoy it.
Cool, cool.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know. For me, don't really know exactly where it came from, but there's always been like a low-level interest in roller derby, like in my family. I think my grandma probably was watching on TV when she was like raising my aunts and uncles and everything.
been
Gotta
around
have
for
some
that
free
long?
time. I don't. Well, no. I mean, that wasn't that long ago. I mean,
I don't
come
know.
on. My parents aren't that old. But so and then we went to like 2 or 3 bouts when I was younger, and then was wandering around at the involvement fair, and that was the first time that derby had been at the fair. So I was like, oh, okay, I can't pass this up. So there I was, signed up and fresh meet with Sean, and
All right. How does the training process go? Because you were a badass yesterday. How did you go from not knowing how to skate to kicking ass?
well, I mean, it's what 10? It's a 10
10
week.
week.
It's a 10 week.
2 practices a week for 10 weeks, and essentially that takes someone who usually at this point doesn't know anything, can't skate at all, to the point where they can at least skate adequately, and they know all the skills and have training and all the things they need to know in order to play or like officiate. That doesn't necessarily mean that you're good at this phase, but like
They'll just throw you in it.
Yeah, you like
Throw you to the wolves, sink
you're
or
not gonna
swim.
hurt anybody at this point.
You're not gonna hurt yourself.
Yeah, or yourself.
Are they not worried
Half
about
the
you
time
getting
you're
hurt? They're
falling.
more worried about you hurting other people than you getting hurt from not knowing what you're doing?
Well, it's equally dangerous
Okay.
at that point. But yeah, so it's like 10 weeks.
Yeah, it's 10 weeks
Two
and-
practices a week, and you learn everything. Different. How to skate, how to fall properly, like
a big
the
deal.
nuances of the
Yeah.
sport, and like about halfway through, we were split up, like so I could focus on like specific referee skills, and whereas they would go on to like
Yeah,
hitting
that's when,
and
we start
positional
contact.
blocking.
Okay. Now, I have one thing that I've really been confused about. So there's like Scar Derby, but there's the Pennsylvania Punishers and the Mountain Nittany Mayhem. Where does this all fall under this category? Or do the state colleges have a ton of teams, or what is actually happening?
Well, within our intra-league, we only play we play each other is the Punishers and the Mayhem, and we have bouts, every other couple months just against ourselves. And so it's just those 2 teams, but we have 2 travel teams as well, made up of the same people, split up a little bit differently, which you try out for, and they'll go and play people. After fresh meet is run its course and everyone's sort of up to speed, the teams just get together and they divvy up the fresh meat equally or according to the replacement needs of the team into each team. You don't get to pick per se, but yeah.
All right, awesome. Well, thank you guys so much. And Crazy Talk will be right back.